being single in my 30s was not on my bingo list, but yet here we are. Before I actually started dating, I truly wanted to get to know myself because we are forever evolving and there's always something new you can learn about yourself through solo dating. And honestly, y'all, it is time for me to take control over my own life, so that is why I scraped up the courage to download Bumble, because one of my friends in New York, she told me another one of her friends found her husband on there. So I'm just like, maybe I can find mine too. Although I'm still a bit shy, y'all, I think I'm finally ready to make my move. My husband ain't gonna find me on my couch. I gotta get out there. One of the worst dates I've ever been on was one where I thought I was pretty clear with my intentions, but for some reason they thought that the date would end in a hookup. Absolutely not. I am not one of them. Play with somebody else. I have faith in Bumble because they have interest badges where they allow you to put in your interests, your values. So when you do go on your dates, there are no surprises and it's nobody thinking one thing and it's not. I also love the fact that Bumble has an incognito button that allows me to hide my profile from people who are just absolutely not for me. And remember, your husband cannot find you if you sit in the house watching TV all day. Download Bumble and make your move, sis. Hey boos, this is part 2 of my solo dating series, and I just wanted to give you guys more tips on solo dating for beginners. I had a few questions about what to do if you are anxious, you have anxiety about being in public, and I just want y'all to know there is nothing like conquering your fears. So if you feel like there's something that you are super afraid to do, start out with something that's more not so socially interactive. So you can go to the movies, you could probably take yourself on an ice cream date, maybe a picnic, a walk through a park, a museum. These are all things that just do not require human interaction. In fact, I think this is a great way to start off your solo date, even if you aren't anxious or you have social anxiety. So that's my good tip for that one. If you're someone who's also anxious and you also already solo date, drop some tips below for anyone who may have anxiety and give them some tips on what you might have done to overcome it. But we're gonna get into some more ideas for your next solo date because I want your jar to look just like mine, and I also want you to have just as much fun as I always have. I typically only go on these dates maybe every blue moon, but I've been going on them more often just so I can give you guys the content, and it's actually been paying off. I've been really diving deep into the self, okay? It's a win-win situation. I get to love up on me and y'all get to get some inspiration, so I love that for us. If this is your first time watching my videos, this is my solo dating jar. I did not come up with this. I got this inspiration off of a TikTok. It's several people who are doing it. I'm not sure who came up with it, but I decided to take matters into my own hand and to create my own jar and to show people that there is more to do than just going out to eat, going out for a drink. Because I feel like every time I see someone going on a solo date, it's always out to eat. And I'm like, where's the fun in that? I mean, I go out to eat all the time by myself. I guess what makes it a solo date is that it's intentional. You're getting dressed, you're doing your hair, you're doing all the things you would do if you were actually going on a date with an actual person. That's the beauty in a solo date. It's doing all the things you would do to impress someone else, but just for yourself. You're doing this all for you, boo. I love that for you. So some of the things that I had in here already, I'm not sure what I said on my last video. I don't know if I should go back and watch it, but I'm gonna just run through a few that have already been in my jar. You might have seen some in my shorts or on my TikTok, on my Instagram. If you're not already, make sure you go follow me on Instagram and TikTok. I'm also on Facebook underneath Aisha Gilchrist, and I'm on Pinterest. Oh yeah, this dress is from Amazon. Okay, let me show y'all how I look in it. Ooh, yes, you did that. Disclaimer, I never go on solo dates at night because I'm a single black woman in America, and it just makes more sense to go during the daytime. Now, I'm not saying that crime doesn't exist during the daytime, but I personally feel safer during the daytime. I can clearly see what's in front of me, what's behind me. At night, ain't no telling what boogeyman is out there. So yeah, that's just a quick disclaimer. I want y'all to stay safe out there. Just make sure you're always staying safe and checking your surroundings. When you're walking from your car, don't be all in your phone. Make sure you share your location with people. Make sure you tell someone where you're going. The world is crazy, okay? This is not the 90s. I mean, the 90s, they still had they issues too, but it's even crazier these days. Solo date idea. I just recently went to a carnival. I'm going to insert some clips in here. And it was like a little mini carnival. It's not like the major ones where it's huge and you could be there all day and night. This is like something that was really small. outside of the mall, and I just was like, you know what, this is perfect for a solo date. It wasn't too many people there. It was only like a few kids there, and it was something that spoke to me because when I pulled out my jar, it was go be a kid. I wrote go be a kid in my jar several different times because there are so many different things that I could do to go be a kid and to relive my youth. And if it's something that you know you like doing, don't be afraid to add that into your jar multiple times, because someone else asked me what happens if you pull out the same thing twice. Do it again. Or if you don't want to do it, just, you know, pick a different one. It's all up to you. It's all about being spontaneous, in my opinion. But everything that I put in my jar are things that I actually like doing, or I wanted to do, or, you know, I'm just putting myself out there, challenging myself to do something different. This carnival was so convenient. Like, it had been there for a while. I had always seen it, and I planned on taking my niece there, but I was like, you know what, I'm gonna just go by myself, might as well. And they actually have a actual carnival in Atlanta this weekend, but child, the way these kids be acting, if I don't go in the morning, I'm probably not gonna go, because these days, like I said, people don't know how to act. So listen, I'm very limited on the time frame that I'm willing to go out by myself. Y'all can do what y'all want to do, but me, baby, oh. If I'm going out in Atlanta, if I'm not out of there, I got to be out of there by 4 p.m. After 4 o'clock, that's when it gets chaotic. I'm not sure if I said this in my last video, but I was going to go to a pottery class, but the classes were all filled, so I skipped out on that. So you can also add pottery. And not too far from me, they have this DIY type of class where you can go and paint, you know, house decor. They have another one where you can go paint coffee mugs, portraits, or whatever you want to do. They have it already made for you, and all you do is just paint it. This also reminds me of the sip and paint events that they have in Atlanta. I'm sure they have them in every other city too, but you literally go there. You normally go with your homegirls, but I feel like you can definitely do this as a solo date. This is more of a solo date once you're more experienced and you're not shy anymore, because like I said, you know, you got to work your way up there. The more that you go on solo dates, the less you gonna care who is staring at you, who is, and not to mention, when you go on solo dates, you actually meet people. I'm not saying you have to go on a solo date and not talk to anybody. You can meet strangers as long as they're not no creep. You can absolutely go on a solo date and end up running into someone who is also on a solo date, and then boom, look at y'all, look at you meeting new people. That's what it's all about. It's about just stepping outside of your comfort zone and communication skills at that, because I used to be so afraid of asking people to take my picture, to hold the camera for me, but now, baby, most of the time now people will offer to do my video or take my picture. I don't even have to ask, but it's to the point now where I'm going to just ask the people who are around me to help a sister out. Okay, my people want to see the content, and I'm gonna get the girls what they want every time. I don't know if I said candle making, but I feel like there's a place where you can go make candles. There's also a place where you can go make your own lipstick. There are so many things you can do on your own. I also wanted to do a floral arrangement class. I'm not a flower girl, but I really want to get into my green thumb. My grandma Rose had a green thumb. Like, she would be outside planting and stuff, and I'm just like, dang. I've actually never tried to keep a plant alive. I just feel like it just has never been on the top of my to-do list, but I think I'm gonna try. I'm gonna start small with like a little small plant and then build my way up. Who knows? I might end up being a green thumb flower fanatic. We don't know. We gonna see. I don't know if I said this already, but taking a class on creating your own jewelry or anything that's just going to enhance your personal style, because not only is it a solo day, but it's still something that you can take home with you, and you know, it's going to build up your overall confidence anyway, because look what you made and look how many ways you can wear it. I might be taking a few jewelry classes myself, because the way I always have these ideas about what I want my necklace to look like or what kind of earrings I want, and I can never find it online. That lets me know maybe I need to make my own accessories. I don't know. Outside of the actual solo date ideas, I wanted to get into what do you wear on your solo dates. And this can be whatever your mood is, to be honest. But I always tell people, do more than what you would do for an actual date, because you're setting the standard for yourself. So if you would wear jeans, a t-shirt, and some pumps on a real date with someone else, wear jeans, a t-shirt, and a blazer with some pumps add a hat, okay? Add some gloves, add some rings, add some chunky jewelry. Like, do the most for yourself, because little do you know, the more that you pour into yourself, the more that other people notice the glow inside of you. Like, I don't think people understand that people can see how much you love you. So that is why I try to like do the most for me, so everybody already know what type of time I'm on. You can't come over here doing the bare minimum, because I'm so used to loving on me. Like, anything less than what I deserve is just gonna turn me all the way off. It's like, why are you here? And not only that, like, it's reciprocal. Like, you don't want to just be full of yourself, but the same love that you give yourself, people look at that. Like, if she treats herself like this, I know she treats the people she loves the same way. I don't know about y'all, but I definitely look at how certain people treat themselves. If I feel like you don't do that for you, I'm trying to figure out, why would you want to do it for me? Make it make sense. Since we last met up, I have been on 3 different solo dates, and the Salt Cave has to be hands down probably my favorite, because it doesn't require me to do anything. It's relaxing, no one was in there, and it's just a vibe all around. And for me, I feel like when I left out of there, my breathing was just enhanced. Although I was a bit sneezy, okay, I will say I was sneezing like for the next maybe hour or 2 after. Not consistently, but I could just notice that your girl was out here sneezing. So if you have a salt cave near your area, definitely go check it out. If not, book a spa day. You can book a facial, a massage. I also went to the infrared sauna. Bomb.com. I will be going there every week just to see the benefits for my skin and overall health. The smash room was hilarious. When I went to the smash room, I did not know how crazy I was going to look until I was actually there, and I was like, girl, I was about to hello 911. But anyway, I did not realize how crazy and wild I look until I went back to edit my video, and I was like, girl, you are a mad woman. What is wrong with you? The way I was like swinging on stuff. Honestly, I would do that again and again and again, but it is a workout, y'all. This is not something that, it looks like you're just letting loose, but once you're done, you're exhausted. It's like, dang, this was like a legit workout. Just picking up things, swinging, trying to hit the wall as hard as you can. A complete workout. It's a 2 for 1. A win is a win. Another solo date I did. I don't know if you guys are into this. This might be against someone's morals or values, but if this is your thing, you can definitely try this. I would do it solely for fun. I wouldn't do it, you know, in high hopes of becoming a millionaire. I mean, if that happens, it happens. It's meant for me. But going to a casino, preferably during like the morning hours, and just playing the penny machines, like just sitting down relaxing. Okay, it doesn't mean that you have to spend $1,000. Like, if you have an addiction to gambling, I would not recommend going to a casino. I'm recommending going to a casino if you're someone like me who never goes to a casino. The only time I go to a casino is if I'm in Vegas and I'm walking through the casino to get to my room at the Cosmopolitan. That's the only time I ever go to a casino, because I'm just not a gambling type of girl. I really don't like losing money. But the penny slot machine is, you know, it's a vibe. It's no different than playing like solitaire on your phone. Our next one is for my girlies who don't mind splurging on themselves. Go buy yourself something nice that you've always wanted. Now, don't go broke to get this item, okay? If you know you need to pay your bills, pay your bills. If you know your kids gotta eat, go buy the groceries. Do not go and splurge on a gift and say, you should told you to do this, if you haven't taken care of your responsibilities first. Take care of your responsibilities, and if you have a nice savings account and you can afford to buy yourself something nice, go out and treat yourself. Because one thing I've noticed is that sometimes we become so like tight with our money, and we have so many things that we know we gotta do, and you work all your life, you save all this money to not spend any of it, and it just becomes, at some point you got to be tired of just doing that. Okay, I feel like it's okay to treat yourself to the luxuries of life at some point in your life, or you know, you might not do it every day, but treat yourself. Okay, instead of ordering a medium, go get a large. Instead of going to the movies, go on Eventbrite and look up local plays near you. Go actually see a play. People really put in their hard-earned time and work ethic into putting these type of shows together. And a lot of people forget that plays do exist. Okay, everything does not have to be on TV. It does not have to be in the movie theater. Support the local team, okay? Or if you want to be, you know, extra, go out of town to go see a play. Go to Broadway. That'll really eat the girls up. If you're a little bit more risque, I'm never going to do this, but I figured I would add this in there because there are some people out there who are down for the cause. Go skydiving. Now, I'm never going to choose to jump out of a plane just because I'm just not willing to take the risk. It would be my luck that my parachute would not come out, and I'm just not doing all of that. I feel like going skydiving for me would be something I do at the end, like maybe 65, 75, 85. Matter of fact, if I make it to 90 years old, baby, I'm gonna go skydiving. Okay, skydiving is something you do once you've lived a long life. I feel like I've seen too many horror stories where people, if you on TikTok, you will see the stories where people go skydiving and they made it to the ground. Okay, this is where the solo dates are going to get a little bit fun because this is going to involve you either traveling or doing a little something while you're out of town, or if you have this where you are locally. So if you're anywhere where you can go snorkeling, snorkeling is such a fun idea, and you don't really have to know how to swim because you have floaties on you. And something similar to the skydiving effect, not really, but when I was in Jamaica, we did Rick's Cafe, and my friend didn't jump, but I did. I jumped off the shorter one. The tall one was a little bit... Listen, my anxiety would not let me jump off of the very tall one. But if you ever get the chance to go to Jamaica, go to Rick's Cafe and just jump in the water. When I tell you, y'all, it was just so freeing. Not saying that you got to do this by yourself because this is not really a solo date idea. Because who wants to go to... I mean, you can go to Jamaica by yourself. But Jamaica is always fun with people, with other people. This is a solo day I cannot wait to attend. It is going to a dance class. Now, a dance class is a place where you can meet so many individuals, and it's not really going to feel like a solo date because it's more interactive, but it's a lot of people in there who don't know each other. So it's not like you're going to be the only one who doesn't know anyone in there. I feel like a dance class will kind of, you know, make you confident, take you outside of your comfort zone, especially if you're not a dancer, but it's just gonna, you know, move your body a little bit. I'm definitely gonna take you all with me when I do go on that solo date because I feel like that's just gonna be so lit. I might have to just bring some friends along with me just because it's just gonna make the vlog that much more fun. And y'all already know I don't mind doing things by myself, okay? Last but not least for this video, because I am gonna make a part 3 just because I wanna give y'all time to catch up. Y'all can't do all the dates at once anyway. Try to go to a comedy or a concert by yourself. This will take the attention off of you because nobody's paying you any mind. Everyone is there to see who's ever on stage. So you already know nobody's paying you no mind. Try it out. Let me know if you decided to add some of those ideas into your solo dating jar. And if you've already been going on a couple of solo dates this year, drop a comment below and let me know where you've gone and where you plan to go next. Don't forget, these dates are not only just for yourself. You can use these for your friends, your family, or on your first date after you download Bumble. Remember, your husband cannot find you if you stay in the house all day and sit on your couch and watch TV. See y'all next time. Bye.